secured his first Tour de France victory as Jasper Philipsen of Belgium sprinted to victory on the final stage in Paris. Now, Philipsen was last year's champion Tadej Pogacar by 2 minutes, 43 seconds in the general classification. The 25-year-old also claimed the polka dot King of the Mountains jersey. And here's another bit of good news for South Africa.
Now, for the next 7 days, no extreme weather is expected in the Eastern Cape, and it appears there's no hope for pushing back day zero in the drought-stricken Nelson Mandela Bay at this stage. Now, moving from your snowy weather, let's take a look at those sunrise views you get to share with us. Roald Arndt sent us this stunner. Look at that, how beautiful the colors of the sky is blending together on this Monday morning out in the bluff. Lionel Chamberlain sent us this orange morning sky in East London, rather. Paseka is showing off some photography skills, catching this sunrise view filled with the clouds in the side view mirror out in Tembisa, Gauteng. Peter Lowe sent us this soft pink sky lighting up the greener out in J Bay. And finally, we have this mystical image sent in by Reiki Finch. Look at that scattered clouds across the sky with a yellow glow in the distance. What a lovely photo to share with us. So thank you so much. And please continue to share those sunrise views with us. That number to do so is 063 408 8863. Let's get into your temperatures. If you're in Polokwane, your low for today is 4, your high 17. Mbombela 6 with a high of 20. Pretoria 620, Johannesburg 6 with a high of 18. Sunny in Mahikeng, 8 is your low, 22 your high. Klerksdorp 4 reaching a high of 20. It's sunny in Kimberley today, 4 is your low, 18 your high. Bloemfontein a cool start of -4 with a high of 17 for today. Richards Bay 8-19, Pietermaritzburg 2-18, Durban 11 with a high of 19, Mthatha 1 is your low, 16 your high. East London 9-17, Cradock -1 reaching a high of 17. If you're in Gqeberha, partly cloudy conditions, 7 is your low, 17 your high. George 9 reaching a high of 17. Sunny in Cape Town, 10 is your low, 20 your high. Worcester 8 reaching a high of 21. Sunny conditions in Sutherland, 2 is your low, 15 your high, and Uppington. Expect a low of 12 and a high of 26 degrees Celsius. Well, that's your first look at your weather for today. We'll have another update shortly after 7.
Thank you, Zozo. Now, what do we have on the cards now?
Oh, man, I've got to get warmed up, brother. I've got like a Skip Nation challenge coming up a little bit later, and I'm assuming that there's going to be a lot of this, a lot of warming up, and I know especially for the cold winter now, you guys are going to absolutely love this. What about you?
No, I only thought that you skip meals, but that's fantastic. Okay, for me personally, I'm looking forward to doing self-assurance in a relationship, which is so important to bring you and your partner together. You're going to love the conversation. Any comments, 063 40 8863. We'll be right back just after these.
See you soon.
Take lashes higher. New Revlon Eyes Wide Open Mascara. The curved brush volumizes and lifts lashes vertically for a wide-eyed lash look. Hemp seed oil conditions for healthy-looking lashes. Go higher. New Revlon Eyes Wide Open Mascara.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3. It's Monday morning and we're diving straight into the relationship talk, because when a relationship is fresh and new, we go all out in the way of expressing our feelings, shower each other with love, and make necessary compromises while we're in that honeymoon phase. Perhaps one of us wants kids while the other hasn't even thought about it, or one is already planning a dream wedding while the other hasn't considered marriage at all. Now, after a year or so, you realize that being in a relationship is not just about romance, especially when something between the two of you changed and you end up being stuck. Is it then when partners seek assurance, making sure that amidst the changes and the challenges in your relationship, you still choose to be with each other?
What a scene setter. Like, I felt like that was a movie that you just described.
I was the narrator.
But it's like, it's real life though. This does happen. So today we chat about assurance in your relationship, featuring the relationship architect, resident extraordinaire, Shelley Lewin is here, as well as a couple who knows all too well about compromise. LLB student and radio presenter Zoe George is here, and sound engineering student and musician Kenzo Constanini will be here to make sure that we unpack this properly. And if you have any thoughts or experience to share, feel free to drop us a voice note on this number. Please remember it's 063-408-8863. Let's jump straight in. Welcome, panel.
Welcome. Now, Shelley, we love having you on the show, and I love a person that's named Zoe, so I thought I would ask Zoe the first question. You and Kenzo in a relationship. How did the two of you meet?
It's actually such a funny story. So, at my very first job, I made a friend there, and after I left, after a couple years later, she just had a birthday party, a birthday braai actually, which is funny because she's actually a vegetarian. And Kenzo was friends with her and her then boyfriend, so we met at that braai, and I want to tell you it was something romantic, like, you know, we ran into each other and just like, you know, made eye contact, and it was beautiful. But I think we just spoke throughout the night, and the more we spoke, the more we realized that we actually really wanted to get to know each other. So when he asked me out, I was actually in the middle of my exams, so I was thinking to myself when I went to the party, you know, I'm not even going to date anyone, nothing's going to happen. And he was in the exact same space too. So it's funny how we ended up being together, both of us, when we were in a time when we didn't even want to get into a relationship. And then the rest is history.
It's good history as well. It really is. Because I can see both of you there. I feel the resonance of love here. I do. But it's just to go in terms of the differences that have kind of connected you, or really just identified your relationship. Maybe you, Kenzo, could like answer this one. Just some of the differences that have popped out. Because, you know, differences you recognize within yourself, but then sometimes you get peers and friends and outsiders recognizing the differences too. So what were they, if you could kind of just categorize them for a second?
Well, for one, I mean, I guess you can see from our complexion, we're culturally a bit different.
You are a bit tan.
Probably Zoe was raised religious, for example. I wasn't really raised religious, not from any like specific religion. My parents just like kind of raised me to be like, what's the word? I guess spiritual, is that the word?
Yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, that's one difference for one. Got a small age difference of like 2 years also. She's the older one. But yeah, funny enough though, we're both in our last year of studies. So yeah, but
that's cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now, Shelley, I might sound maybe a bit pessimistic here, but you know, it's very rarely that the world allows two people to align to be together. And I'm a firm believer that opposites attract. But what are your thoughts on